Epic intro. Anyways, here's a little tutorial on how to do some opening and closing of wings, at least make it look legit. It was brought up by Cult Tank 100 in the last tutorial as an idea, and I thought that was actually a pretty interesting idea. So here I'm going to show a little bit how to do it. I'm not how to animate it, mainly how to change between them. I already kind of made an animation here. And this takes advantage of the fact that you can animate open and closed wings at the same time. So here I've already animated the closed wings. I have a little intro piece here just to get them to a kind of a prep position, and at this marker right here is when they switch. So this will be when they're closed, and this is going to be when they're open, as you can see. Now if we want to see what that looks like, I also animated the other wings too in the open position. So switch that, and you see at the same point of time we go from not really a closed position but just a lowered position to an open position. This is just the base open. So you can, if you kind of look closely at the bones that are there, you can see that even the closed follows with it. At that point, both open and both close. So now it's going to come down to actually transitioning between to actually make it so that you can visually see that they open or close. There's two ways to do that. The original way is to actually split the scene. This has some disadvantages, but I'll kind of show it here. So if we split this shot into this, a first shot, this would be with the wings closed, and this shot, in which case we'll show them open. You can see that when it comes across here, yes, the wings will open. Problem is if you go to say around that, so that it will actually give that effect, you're going to have some problems, mainly because you're rounding only the first scene. You're not able to actually touch that second scene. That's one of the difficulties with doing it this way. There is a little bit of an easier way to do this. Let me back up here. Mainly by using a script that you can get on SFM Box. I'll put a link in the description as well. That allows you to actually animate the skin and body groups. I'm not going to explain how to install it. It's really easy. It's described in here. But what you can do then is go to your model once you have it downloaded. Go to Rig and Load Rig Script, and then select that Python file, that script file. This will add to the model the ability to actually animate and change the skin, or allow you to open the wings without actually changing your scene. So in this case, we'll go to the body group here, and we can select our left and right wing. And since I had it right here at the 10 point, we'll say that, so to have them open right now, we'll say everything before this 10, we'll have it closed. So you can just pull those sliders over. Those sliders don't have a transition, it's just 1 or 0. It's just open or close. So you can see here that, yeah, now we have that effect without actually splitting the scene. We're actually able to have the wings open. Now we want to actually have it animated. So just doing a quick round here. I'm a motion editor kind of guy, but if you're in the graph editor, it's going to be about the same. So we'll select the whole model. I'm going to make sure not to select the body groups. I don't want to have those rounded. And we'll just round this. So here we go. Now because both were animated at the same time, you'll see that the wings actually open, and then when it transitions, it'll follow with it pretty smoothly. Here, let's try to get this intro bit in here too. Now I just added this little bit in the beginning so that it wasn't flying up from the body, to try to keep them in sync. So there. So if you go through this, you can see, yes, the wings open. You can obviously tell here that you can see that shift. You can see that kind of explosion of the wings change here. But you can take advantage of the fact that when the wings are opening, as long as you do it pretty quickly, nobody's going to notice. So if you hear, this is one of the shots from that intro. If you look at the wings here, because of the motion blur and the fact that it only takes a couple frames, you don't actually see that transition. It almost looks like the wings are actually opening. It's a kind of fooling the viewer into thinking that there was no change in the model, and actually just the wings spread. This does work in reverse a little bit here. So let's grab a reverse model here. So if you wanted to actually have the model go from open to closed, you could just do the exact same in reverse. And so here, I add a little bit at the end there just to give it actual refinement when it comes to the body. But yeah, you just do that exactly in reverse and you get exactly what you want. So the key here is to animate both the open and close evenly to make them move together, then transition between them, and you won't even really notice that transition happened. As long as you make the transition fairly quickly. If you go too slow, the user will start to catch up on that. If you actually look at some of my previous videos, like with the scared dash when in the front flip demo, that was a quick transition, so you didn't even really notice the opening. The Fluttershy takeoff and the Fusurier, again, that was a fast opening. It's hard to tell the model change, or in, like I said, in the intro here. If you do a little refining, here I'll go to this. Need to lay off the smokes a little there, but with a little refining, and this is the animation from the intro here, you can get some just kind of cool effect, just a quick open. And now that you can see actually the model itself, you can see that there's an obvious change here. There's an obvious change in the model, but in the video you don't even notice it. It's too quick. It's a creepy face. So yeah, if I'm going to make the opening that I have here that I actually animated, it's a slightly more refined version, kind of the one I use for this one. I'm going to put it as a download so that people can actually use it if they so wish. The closed one isn't that refined, so I'm just going to keep the open one. If you want to make a closed one yourself, you can. Otherwise, I hope that was helpful. If you have any other ideas for other tutorials, please leave it in chat. Otherwise, rate, subscribe, all that jazz. Otherwise, have a good one.